officials' names? I don't think so, right? Okay.
It's supposed to be on
That was great. Good job.
It's alright.
You have to stand right here. Right here, right around here. Because I need a place where I can. Oh, you'll be gone? Okay, cool. I'm basically looking for people to sign more Saturday as much as I can do. This guy only used to be in my damn. Okay. Unfortunately, that's true. I tell you what. Oops, sorry. This where we need some music. I think it's soccer. I can play the national anthem again. Yep.
Yeah, but I have a live mic. Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maya Patricia. Good boys and Duke City FC coming to you live from Let's Play Soccer down here in Portage, Michigan. Today, Duke City FC kicks off their second ever season, a part of the WMLIS against the Fort Wayne's very own Summit City. And let me tell you, you're in for a good one. Like, if you chose just barely to tune in and just barely to tap into indoor soccer, this is the match to do it. It's a perfect matchup. I mean, there's nothing really more. I can put it into words. I can keep talking about it. Fort Wayne is coming back from a 9-2 loss against Chicago and is looking to shake up Zoo City's special day. As I mentioned before, this is Zoo City FC's second season in the WMLIS, which is the Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. And they're looking to make a statement tonight. I mean, we had a nice home crowd going. They're just looking to make a statement today. I mean, really, there's nothing more exciting than starting off the season. To do it here at home in Portage at Let's Play Soccer. We're just waiting now for both teams to ready up. Both teams getting out of their huddle. You can hear the drums. If you can't hear it, well, just know I do. Drums going off. We're just about ready for kickoff. We were set for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff start time, and it looks like we're going to be right on the dot, which, if you know sports, is sometimes a little bit hard to do, but it looks like we're going to get it right here at Let's Play Soccer.
I think that's on purpose, isn't it?
And with that, it looks like both teams have made their way onto the field. We apologize for not starting the stream earlier for you to get starting lineups, but I should be able to run you through them as we go throughout the game. In the circle.
Dang it.
Excuse me, I was getting some information. In the circle is going to be Jessica Kennedy. 4th year a part of this Zoo City FC team. One of the founding members. Just waiting for everybody to set up and get game time here.
You got the controls down there then just to give yourself voice when you need it? Okay, cool.
Just about ready for the officials to blow the whistle. And we are off. Jessica Kennedy kicking it back. It's going to be Saleha Ty Baker at goal for Zoo City FC. Pushed forward. Hurtado now pushing the flanks. Gonna strike early, and that's a goal in the opening seconds of the season opener. It was Diane Hurtado all the way. She takes it all the way, and just like that, goal in the opening seconds of this match. It's the first goal of the match. It opens it up. You know it's going to be a high-scoring one. Hurtado showing off her footwork.
Diane Hurtado. First goal for the 2025-26 season.
And if you didn't hear it right there from Tanner White, it is the first goal to open up Zoo City season. And it's going to be Summit to try to respond. Again, Summit coming back from that 9-2 loss against Chicago, has a lot to prove here. Was hoping to start off their season a little bit better. Looks like they're trying to build from the back and control some tempo. Now pushed back here and controlled by their goalkeeper, Carmen Weisgard. A little bit of back and forth, and now being pushed forward by Maurer. Gets cut up, and now it's going to be brought back the opposite way. You can see Summit City trying to control tempo. Good conversations happening on the field for both sides. Hurtado for Zoo City really pushing on the ball. Pushed all the way forward by the goalie, Weisgard. And now you got some one-on-one competition. Good setup. And through the feet of Baker. That was Natalia Lima for Summit City.
Goal number 9, Natalia Lima. 13-20, first quarter.
Natalia Lima, a very versatile player for this Summit side. It looks like it was trying to quickly restart the game here, and that's going to be broken up by the officials.
I'm good.
And Nikki Page to send it backwards. More back and forth. Sarah Brunn's able to push it forward to Nikki Page. Page now trying to use the wall to her advantage, but it's going to be pushed back by Weisgard. Falls to the feet of Baker, and now Baker trying to set up something quick. Henke chasing after the ball. Some contact. Good foot tap there by Baker to kind of get it out of the way. More back and forth in the midfield, and now just looks like Summit City's going to try to reel it back together.
Man, you wish I was Kendall.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Weisgard with a couple more touches before she sets up a play. Falls to the feet of Lima, has to be careful. Lima was able to even up the scoreboard after that early goal by Hurtado. Baker out of goal. And you heard it there from Mike Rayburn telling Baker just to make sure you got to keep an eye on your own goal there. You don't want to leave it empty and easy shots for Summit City because they will make you pay for it.
Can you guys hear me? Sal can't hear you guys.
Baker sends it over, lands within the 3 lines. Remember, you cannot fully send it over 3 lines. Couple of work to be had in the corner. Lima is looking like it's going to be their main player for attack. A little bit of collision there in the corner. Looks like Lima tried to set up Reyes, wasn't able to. Nice deflection is actually going to set up Zoo City before it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Sommer. It's going to be Zoo City FC ball. It's already 1-1 in the first quarter of the season opener. There's one-on-one there at the top. There's Brenna Musser at the top, and now it's going to be at the feet of Summit City. Good footwork there to break through. Trying to use the wall to her advantage. That's not going to work out. Bounds try to make a connection and actually gets the ball stripped from her. Bounds doing good work on the defensive side now. Broken up well. Reyes trying to make something happen. Baker takes a dive, and that's going to be a save on her score sheet. Cruz, one-on-one there. Reyes now at the ball. So no one really able to kind of control gameplay right now. Possession uneven towards Summit City's side, and it looks like they're both trying to just build up plays here. Reyes tries to make it, but Baker showing off the diving skills. A nice breakthrough here. Zoo City driving. That's going to be just wide. Maritza Miranda was the one that took that strike, and it was just wide. On the opposite side now, Anzaldua for Zoo City FC broke up that nice pass. An attempted shot by Summit City. More work to be had as Zoo City is still in the danger zone. Summit City doing a really good job of getting in that danger area. Driven in the opposite way now. Wiseman comes out one-on-one. She leaves the goal empty. A nice header out of the air is going to send it back in Zoo City's direction. Anzaldua quick on her feet. Nice footwork. And that's going to get broken up. Reyes sends it forward. And you can kind of hear it from Mike Rayborn, head coach for Zoo City FC, as he mentions, he tells his team, just be patient. You know, you don't want to rush into anything here. And it's been very fast-paced since the opening seconds, as Baker's going to scoop that one up. She has an opportunity to start something here for Zoo City. It's a nice throw, and that's actually going to touch the net. Going to be out for a Zoo City FC ball. Got about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the quarter. Something dangerous building here. You got one-on-one by Brenna Musser, and she's going to take a dive, and they're going to call a foul on that play. Musser really good on the defensive side. Really good on the defensive side, and it's actually going to warrant a blue card here. And if you're unaware, a blue card is actually called a power play, so Zoo City is actually going to have to play a player down. They have to survive with a player down for about 2 minutes. One-on-one with Baker. Baker at goal. More one-on-one, and Baker's going to come up with the save. Not out of danger yet. Re-attempted, and Baker again comes out with a save. So it was dangerous for a second. It was dangerous for a second as Lena Thomas was one-on-one with Soleil Baker. Unable to come out with a goal. Baker now sending it forward. Was intended for bounds, but falls to the feet of Summit City. Some back and forth to be had. now just some nice possession play here by Summit. Just trying to build some possession points. Look up and see what type of play they have in front of them. And Zoo City having a little bit of trouble breaking out of their own half. Again, their opening game for the season. Pushing forward. Van Valkenburg for Zoo City FC was the one pushing forward there at the top of your screen. And now it falls again to Summit City. So again, I feel like it's a lot of back and forth. I've been repeating myself a little bit. It falls to the feet of Zoo City, falls to the feet of Summit. Oh, and almost a shot off the top of the goal as they try to quiet the broadcaster. It's not going to fall in with Baker at goal. And they're going to call a 3-line rule there. Again, you cannot clear the 3 lines. It needs to bounce within the 3 lines. And now they're going to call a media timeout. It's going to give the opportunity both teams to kind of talk it out and figure out what's going on in front of them again. The best way I can explain it, it just looks like it started off really, really fast paced, and it looks like now both teams is just trying to control the tempo. Summit City doing a very good job of gaining those possession points as of now, so they're doing something right, and it looks like Zoo City's kind of huddling up to figure out what on our side can we do better. Both teams kind of asking themselves those questions, trying to see what answers they can come up with. And you do want to shout out all the sponsors here, especially Main Street Pub, you know, home to Zoo City FC. If you're ever looking for some good food, somewhere to watch some good sports, go ahead and head down to Main Street Pub, one of the standing sponsors for Zoo City FC. And it looks like we're just about ready to resume play. Both teams setting up again. That was a quick huddle time, but you still have a lot of time to try to set up some type of play. You can even treat it like a set piece here for Summit City.
And she's going straight from here? Oh, okay. Okay, that's how it works. Okay.
Eliana Summer at the ball for Summit City. Waiting for the whistle to blow. There it is. She goes one-on-one. And I don't even know how to describe that defensive play. That was just full on putting your body on the line. Another shot. It's going to be wide. Summit City looking to try to get some goals in the back of the net now.
Zoo City, full strength.
More back and forth now, working on the flanks. That was broken up quickly by Bruns. Sent the opposite way. Wiseman's going to try to have to clean it up. Building in the middle of the field. This is something that Summit City does very nicely. You see how they came from the back line, was able to push together, empty net, and that's going to ricochet into the back of the net, and it was none other than Natalia Lima once again, her second goal of the night. And it puts Zoo City kind of up against the wall. Again, it's only the first quarter. You still have a lot of time in the rest of this game, as I try to figure out the setup here. It's going to be Kennedy to send it back to Zoo City's half.
Fourth goal, number 9, Natalia Lima.
Zoo City trying to answer, but they're going to need to break up this type of hold that Summit City is really figured out. Just holding up that back line, connecting the passes, then building forward. Lima again at the ball. On the floor is Lima, still trying to get at the ball, and now it's going the opposite way. Kennedy with some fancy footwork. Who is she going to connect to? pass intended for Hurtado, and that gets broken up. Baker with a nice save before it's sent back. Kennedy again now. That was Henke at the ball trying to push forward. Hurtado. One-on-one at the side there, and that's going to get back to Wiseman. Wiseman is quick to pass it off. Nice slip-through pass there. Lima at the ball again. She goes one-on-one with Henke, and Henke showing that she has been in that weight room. Still pretty quiet on the field. Maybe something that needs improvement on both sides. A little bit more talking, a little bit more connection. Wiseguard again. Connect with the through ball to Lima. Lima with some space, trying to gain some more. And that's going to fall to the back of the net. Trying to get a better idea. It's going to be number 8 on the Summit City side.
Number 8, Kim Ortega.
Kim
From number
Ortega.
9, Natalia Lima.
Assisted by
3:35.
Natalia
First
Lima.
quarter.
So that's been the common ground of this whole first quarter is just Natalia Lima. How can Zoo City FC answer to her play? Not only is she getting on the score sheet for her goals, already 2 on the night, but also assisting on 1 as well. Zoo City trying to answer. Wiseguard one-on-one in the corner. Still trying to figure out who is one-on-one. Page now with the ball, tries to set up something quick. Wiseguard doing good to kind of protect the goal, took a step back just in case. Fancy footwork, shot on target, but it's not going to go in just yet. That was Brenna Muster trying to get a shot on goal. It was on target, but just didn't get past Wiseguard. Volkenberg, defensive side here for Zoo City. And there's going to be a whistle call. I believe they're calling it on Volkenberg. And with the whistle, they try to set up something quick. Baker was knocked pretty hard to the ground. She's able to get up. Reyes trying to set up something using the wall. Broken up nicely there by Musser. Still some more back and forth, and it just looks like Zoo City's on that back leg trying to regain their footing here. Van Volkenberg able to kind of push forward, but Summit City's just going to have to build again from the back. Wiseguard completely out of goal. More building from the back from Zoo City. Pushing forward here. It was a nice idea, but it just didn't play out just right. Brenna Musser trying to sneak the ball past, and it gets broken up. Some work here as Bruns kind of pushes forward, but there's that defensive work from this Summit City side. Hurtado, quick to lay it off. Musser still working on that flank. She gets one-on-one, and it's going to be taken over. Sent all the way to the opposite side, and Baker comes up with another save. She's already had a busy night. Time is running out. You got 40 seconds in the first quarter here. Back to Wiseguard. Wiseguard sends it forward, but it was broken up by Musser. Wiseguard again. Wiseguard is completely comfortable right now, stepping completely out of goal. Bruns, good work on the defensive side here as she tries to turn the ball around. Having some trouble. She's going to get called on the pull there. And that's just something that this game brings, right? That's just that one-on-one time. Bruns just passes it over to Baker with 1 second left on the time here. And there's your first buzzer. Your first quarter
Score
completed
after
here
1 quarter play.
at Let's Play
Kalamazoo
Soccer down here in
City
Portage,
FC
Michigan.
1. And your
It's
team
the
Fort
beginning
Wayne
of
Summit
Zoo
City
City
Sentinels
FC season
3.
2026-2027 season. So already a lot to be said, already a lot of positives and some building points for both sides. Summit City obviously coming out on top for the first quarter, 3-1, and their number one weapon was Natalia Lima, right? She has 2 goals and the assist on the third goal, so that's someone that Kalamazoo is gonna have to answer to. But you have some good offensive work when they have the opportunity. Zoo City FC building very nicely on the opposite side. They're making those connections, making those passes. It's just getting to that final third where that trouble's happening. So they got to kind of clean up that first and second, right? That defensive side. If they can build from the back a little bit better, get to that third offensive step, then you're at goal. You take that shot, and maybe this scoreboard looks a little bit different right now. For Summit City, I mean, continue what you're doing. It looks like they're really breaking down the back of Zoo City FC and giving them something to work for, right? You're not going to get an easy opening game here when you're going up against Summit City. So something very nice to see. This one looks like it's going to be competitive again. It's never going to end 1-3. You know there's more goals to be had. You know Zoo City's hungry. So we'll be right back in about 1 minute and 30 seconds for the second quarter.
I just need to hear. I don't need to talk. I can't hear anything in this. Oh, okay. It's the earpiece. That's fine. I'll just get the information from him then. That's fine.
I hear someone.
Yeah, I did too.
Going old school.
Yeah, I guess. One for Zoo City, 2 for them.
Drummer this year. Moving up in the world. Very nice. I don't know who he is, but he's here. No, I appreciate it. I have some of it.
And just like that, we are back for the second quarter. It didn't take long. I know I just gave you a minute and 30 seconds to catch your breath. This is a fast-paced game. That is something that indoor soccer gives you. It's the fact that it's like just a combination of everything. I believe it was Sarah Bruns that told me on the Zoo City FC side that this game really reminded her of hockey as Baker gets tied up in a situation and Summit City looking to start off the second quarter exactly how they finished the first. Wiseguard still at goal, first Summit. Lima trying to win Baker there, but that's not going to play out in her favor. As I was saying, though, it was Sarah Bruns who kind of mentioned that this game reminded her of hockey. And it's just how much power they put behind their play. How physical this game is. I mean, soccer outside is already physical, but now you're enclosed with these walls around the arena, and you're one-on-one with all these players. It gets very physical, and they've been attacking that flank, Zoo City's FC's flank a lot. Summit City looking like they kind of wrote up a game plan during that break between the first and second quarter. Still trying to build now as Summit City builds forward, and Zoo City just trying to build out of their defensive half. Falls to the feet of Kennedy. Nice footwork there as Kennedy overtakes one, gets it to Hurtado. And now she's trying to get a shot at goal. It falls to the back of the goal. And there you go. Zoo City FC gets another one here in the second quarter. And it was a lot. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest of shots, but you got to tip your hat off.
So credit the last.
Looks like they're going to credit that goal an own goal. It was at the feet of Jessica Kennedy, right? And then it kind of got mixed up with a lot of players there at the circle. Somehow, somewhere, that ball went in the back of the net. Natalia Lima trying to respond. She takes a shot from about almost midfield. Excuse me, I said credited an own goal, but I was going to say that Brenna Musser was in that mix. So she's actually going to get credit. Lima with another shot on goal, and that's going to go way over.
Bren could have come off on the score, no? Didn't they say 6? I thought they said 6 out on the field.
But as I was saying, it was Brenna Musser to make the shot into the back of the net. Wasn't the prettiest, but it made its way there, and now the scoreboard is looking a little bit better for Zoo City FC. You can feel the energy kind of lighten up.
Winning goal number 12, Lina Thomas. And number 26, Alexandra Rodas Nichols. 4-2, they lead.
And just like that, I mean, I couldn't even, that was just a lot going on there. I missed it as well, but it's actually going to be 4-2. Oh, a lot of physical contact there. Both teams, I mean, really one-on-one. Front foot pushing forward on both sides. Again, the scoreboard was looking better for Zoo City, and now they're kind of back at square one. 4-2 in this second quarter. Baker quick to her own corner there. She's able to make sure there's no danger with that one. Summit trying to clean it up. More back and forth. It looks like Reyes there was trying to push forward, gets it to the feet of another. Almost to the back of the net, got very lucky there as Baker gets tied up, let the net a little bit empty, and then the ball was able to get cleared. Zoo City FC trying to create something. Morgan Hadaway able to break it up. Now at the feet of Bounds. Trying to get a quick 1-2 touch, but that's get broken up now.
So the only goal is 5.
Bruns
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever
trying to
last
break
tackle
up
was,
Reyes'
I
sprint
wrote
there, and that's going to get the call.
I scoured rules of indoor
Looks
and
like
outdoor.
every
I wrote that in our stats
every
book.
player is toe-to-toe right now.
Sounds good.
I just couldn't see what the hell it was. I had no idea.
More work on the flanks from Summit City, and that looks like their main goal of attack. They attack these flanks and try to go towards the middle. As Bruns kind of takes a dive there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Giving some time to set it up as Austin sends it forward for Summit City.
Still 2.
Hadaway, very good work on the defensive side for Zoo City right now. A player they want to keep on that field, doing her job defensively.
14.
Summit City building on the opposite way. Some danger as Baker able to scoop it up. Let me tell you, Salea Ty Baker has not had it easy from the opening seconds as Bounds goes one-on-one with Wiseman. And Wiseman kind of had a foot on her. Quick setup play by Zoo City. That's not going to work out just yet. They're going to have to keep knocking at that door. Summit City doing a really good job at answering right now. And I apologize if my view is a little obstructed. Either way, Zoo City now working in the opposite direction. Wiseman flips the switch there, and now once again, Zoo City's gonna have to build from the back.
I took down some names that were added last minute.
Well, they should be on here, though.
Yeah, they
Doing a
should be.
really good job of pushing forward, was trying to reconnect with Musser, but didn't work out. Musser now again. Bounds trying to get something on it. Not gonna work out. Miranda to Musser. And Musser had to take a couple steps back. Kind of reset her footing there. In case you missed it, Jessica Kennedy back on the field for Zoo City as well. And as you get used to this indoor soccer game, just know it never gets easier to keep track of who's coming in and who's coming out. I mean, I've already done a couple games myself, and it's very hard to try to keep track of, okay, I got 3 players coming in, I got 3 players coming out.
Yep.
Who's on the field, who's off the field. It takes a lot of multitasking, so give yourself a pat on the back if you recognize certain players coming in and out. It's also a plan with strategizing. Anzaldua tries to kind of get in there, and then Kennedy takes a shot. Wiseman able to get there, so no trouble for Summit yet. Baker does the same on her side. She gets her hands on the ball, sends it forward to Anzaldua. Takes the deflection she needed, but not before the whistle call.
That's 5 for Summit City. 5 for Summit City.
Try to get a shot on the board there, and that didn't work out for Marisa Miranda. We resume play once again. Musser tries to send it forward. Didn't get the contact she wanted. And now more work to be had by Marisa Miranda. Natalia Lima now at the ball for Summit City. She passes it over to Majda Haiti. Wiseman again now pushing forward. Lima with a nice kind of backwards touch there. She was trying to set up something nice and it just didn't work out. Zoo City doing a really good job defensively. Looks like they've kind of tightened up since that first quarter. Musser at the wall right in front of me, doing her work. Pushing forward, takes a shot on the floor. And makes contact before it becomes dangerous. Van Valkenburg for Zoo City FC trying to get on the scoreboard. Majte 80 now sending it forward, and that's kind of off the goal there. Anzaldua has a little bit of speed to work with. She's going to use it just to press.
14, Michelle Austin. M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E.
Some back and forth as Wiseman now tries to set up some play, connects directly with Lima.
I just happen to have
Lima now tries to send it back. Anzaldua breaks that up. Miranda with the ball, still trying to build, and it's really just Summit City doing a really great job of just breaking up any type of play that Zoo City cooks up. Musser driving on the flank, gets past Wiseman. Anzaldua is in the right space at the right time, and that's gonna be a goal. There you have it. Nadia Anzaldua with the third goal for Zoo City FC.
Zoo City goal for number 4, Nadia Anzaldua. And we have timeout, 6:43.
And there you have it. That third goal is going to send us into another media timeout. A beautiful setup play. Nadia Anzaldua showing why you should be where you got to know your spots on the field, right? She kept her head up the whole time, made a connection when she seen the ball was at her feet, and then just a straight shot on goal. Very well paced and timed the ball by Nadia Anzaldua. As we take this media timeout, we'd actually like to thank the Multimedia Arts Technology program at Western Michigan University for their use of their sound equipment for today's game. So if we're sounding great on the field, if you happen to be just tuning in on your phone, but you're here at Soccer Zone, well, the amazing sound, the amazing audio is coming from Multimedia Arts Technology program at Western Michigan University. So shout out to them. I mean, sometimes you just gotta tip your hat, and on that one you gotta tip your hat. She made it look easy, quick to the ball, quick footwork. That's exactly what you want to see. More positives for Zoo City FC as they try to build kind of out of this hole. They're now down by 1, 3-4. And I mean, if you missed it, I encourage you to go back and then come back to the live spot, of course, because you want to hear what I'm saying. But go back and watch that goal, because that was just beautiful indoor soccer. Exactly what you want to see. Using the wall kind of as another player on the field is something that can get a little bit hard for players that have played soccer all their life. It's kind of like another language. It's like, okay, yes, I might know Spanish in one part of Mexico, but I might not know the lingo in another part. So it's kind of like that. You know soccer, you know how to play soccer, but then you come to indoor soccer and you're like, what do you mean I can hit the wall? What do you mean there's certain rules? What do you mean there's no offsides? So all the players here on the field doing a really good job at translating their game. Nadia Anzaldua just showing you how it's done. They reset game as Hurtado kind of gets in the mix there and breaks it up. Gonna get a whistle call. Sommer on the ball for Summit City. You hear Mike Rayburn, head coach for Zoo City FC, kind of telling them to push forward. Brun sends it forward. You had an open run there. Maurer kind of gets broken up, but Maurer had a nice run going, a nice attempt there to build from the back. More positives to be seen from the Zoo City FC side. Building again now. Bruns still attacking here. Hurtado with the ball. Pushing. Now forward. Gets a shot off and hits the Let's Play logo. That's going to say play on. A really nice idea by Hurtado again right there, trying to get the deflection to go in, but just didn't get the connection she wanted. It was a little bit weak off her right foot. Lima now with the ball for Summit City. Really good job there by Henke to kind of break that up. So big difference in the second quarter is that Zoo City has been doing a really good job kind of building from that back and breaking up connection to Natalia Lima. As I talk here, Baker takes a dive to stop any scary moments from happening. You had Lima kind of lurking around the ball. A couple other Summit City players as well. Does a nice job to break that up. Bruns at the middle of the field, pushing forward towards the flank, takes a shot off. Wiseman kind of hit the wall there, but it looks like Wiseman had it covered either way. Henke now pushing back, and Lima was pushing on Henke. Bruns now trying to connect to the opposite side. She will to Emily Vargas. Vargas pushes forward to Henke. Henke tries to use the wall. No luck yet. Another shot off, and that's going to skyrocket into the sky. Bruns had the idea. She had the shot, but just not the connection she wanted. Now it feels like the momentum has shifted just a little bit, and something about me is that momentum is such a big part of the game. If your team is feeling it, that will send you into the win. So right now, momentum shifting between the two teams as Summit City was really carrying the momentum from that first quarter. Wiseguard, tons of feet away from the goal. Hurtado applying some pressure, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're Mike Rayburn, kind of seeing someone push forward and apply that pressure. The more pressure you apply, the more mistakes you can kind of force on the opposing side. Hurtado's going to get called there. Wiseguard with the ball. Couple of back and forward movements, trying to get it back to Baker. They will, and Baker tries to send it to the other side, but it's going to clip the top of the net. So now you get some sort of a set piece here for Summit City. Maj Tahiti kind of didn't go one-on-one with the goal there, but tried to set up something, and they got broken up by Zoo City FC. Still building. One-on-one here as Jessica Kennedy tries to break it up, unable to, comes back to Baker. Baker's able to get it to Musser. And just in case there's a little bit of danger, Baker's still really protecting that near post. And you can hear from the Zoo City FC bench, but they're saying talk, talk, talk. And that's actually something, if you were here right now, you'd actually say it's a little quiet on the field for both sides. Communication is such a big part of this game. You want to be able to build. You want to know who you're connecting with. So if someone's not talking on the field, it leads to a lot of issues. Maj Tahiti tries to go get it into the goal, and that's not going to work out. Baker kind of took a knee dive there, but either way, there was no danger to be had. Hurtado still applying the pressure. Took a deflection. A little dangerous. Baker able to clear. And touches the net. Able to break up the play here. Gives Zoo City time to kind of recouple. More back and forth there on the flank. Some space and into the back of the net. There you go. Jessica Kennedy with a goal of her own. You gotta give her her seconds. You gotta give her her time. Jessica Kennedy, the captain of Sioux City FC, showing why she's on the field tonight. Again, her 4th year with Sioux City FC, showing her presence, showing why you gotta mark her just a little bit better every time. She just continues to grow in the game. And we're all tied up at 4 apiece. Austin with the ball, shoves it off to the side. And now you got something building once again as Brenna Musser builds forward, sends it back to Kennedy. Kennedy now tries to build to the top of the box. She'll get there. It was Morgan Hadaway who was kind of set up there by Jessica Kennedy at the top of the box. And you're going to get a timeout call here. Which actually, I would say is a pretty well timed out by Sioux City FC because you get some time to kind of plan out what this next play is going to be. Again, you kind of have a set piece here. You have an opportunity to break the tie. Sioux City really only leading in the first quarter for a couple of seconds before Summit City was able to respond. So again, they have some time to kind of build up something here. I mean, again, I've had the privilege of seeing Sioux City FC practice, and maybe you see something off the wall here, connect to the top of the box and then into the back of the net. You don't know just yet. You don't know if it's going to go just direct on goal. It all depends on who they decide to kind of take on this set piece. Either way, it was a quick timeout. Wiseguard gets some time to kind of take a breath and figure out what she wants to play in her role as goalie, and then also how they're going to set up all the other players for Summit City to kind of protect this play. Brenna Musser at the ball for Sioux City FC. She goes off to the side, tries to get direct. A connection in the back of the net again. Hello, Maria Maurer. Making it count off the assist from Jessica Kennedy right after Kennedy just scored. I mean, that was just textbook. And I hate to pat myself on the back, but I did say a connection off the wall into the top of the box, and what it's almost like I drew it up. I mean, really beautiful there by Sioux City FC. Maria Maurer, I mean, tip your hat off, a midfielder, and now she's seeing herself kind of that pressing forward. And it's really common that if you see Jessica Kennedy, number 16 for Sioux City FC, talking with the official right now, if you see her pushing forward, most likely everybody is pushing forward behind her, and that is that captain energy. As she takes this one-on-one shot with a Wiseguard. I almost have to hold my breath for everybody else. With the whistle, Kennedy drives, one-on-one, and Wiseguard is going to come out with the save. Not exactly what Kennedy drew up, and you can kind of see her roll her shoulders a little bit in disappointment. Either way, they get another shot here with Brenna Musser at the top of the box. Musser tries to kind of slip it through the guard, and that's not going to work out. Able to get it. Excuse me, I was going to say able to get it to Van Valkenburg, but now just some more back and forward to be had. Valkenburg at the ball again. Maurer pushing forward to Hadaway. And doing a really good job there was Wiseguard to just let it come to her. You don't want to scoop it out outside of the box. Now finally, after a long time, it feels like we're back on Sioux City FC's side here as Summit City is continuing to press. A diving play. As I try to get a good view at who that was there, but it was a diving play by number 12. Lena Thomas for Summit City. And it's going to get called in her favor. Majda Haiti now at the ball for Summit City. It's going to be a test for Baker. Baker setting up at goal. She looks about ready. There's the whistle. Majda Haiti pushes. Baker coming out with the save as she takes the dive at the corner of the box. Some air traffic trouble. And then you have Baker just coming out with an amazing save there. Ty Baker sends it the opposite way. Wiseguard tried to clear it, but wasn't able to, and I had to hold my breath as I thought the ricochet was going to go in. Still some back and forth, and they were able to kind of run the clock until you seen those 4 zeros hit. Well, if you've ever wanted to watch a second quarter, that was the one to watch. Zoo City FC 5, Fort Wayne Summit City with 4, and you can see just how hype Soleil Baker is coming out with that really, really needed save. Just now entering halftime. Again, halftime's going to give you 15 minutes to kind of take a breather, but just highlighting both sides right now. Summit City, again, coming out really, really alive in that first quarter, building really nicely from their back line. Specifically, they were able to connect really well with Natalia Lima. And then from there, they kind of just got broken up. It looks like the 2 minutes that you take during the first and second quarter kind of gave them some time to take a breath, and it broke up that flow. Then Zoo City came blazing into the second quarter. You have Jessica Kennedy coming alive. You got Maria Maurer, Brenna Musser coming alive. A lot more to be seen in the third quarter, so don't go anywhere. Take this 14-minute breather, because I know I'll need it as well, and we'll be right back. Is it cut?
You sound great.
Still live?
You want to take it off a little bit?
if you thought 15 minutes was taking forever, well, we are back here for the third quarter. Zoo City FC going up against Summit City in their season opener. It's going to be Hurtado to kick it off after the whistle. In case you missed it, it is 5-4. Zoo City FC able to regain the lead in the second quarter. A lot of crazy goals to be had. I mean, it's hard for me to describe, but if you want to scroll back, I encourage you to do so. Hurtado now building again, and keep an eye on her. It's going to be someone that's going to push forward and build for Zoo City FC. Wiseguard still at goal for Summit City. And it looks like we're seeing a little bit of the same story from the first quarter. In case you missed it, the first quarter, Summit City kind of on their back foot, really building out of the back. Wiseguard, kind of that staple person that they used to anchor and like build from that back. You kind of see it there as she pushes forward to Lima. Baker able to scoop it up before Natalia Lima could get to the ball. And I was just about to get to Natalia Lima. Well, let me tell you, she has made an impact for this Summit City side. She's on the assisting side of the ball and the goal scoring side of the ball. So, a player to highlight for Zoo City FC as Hurtado takes a hard fall. She's able to get back up. Musser building for Zoo City FC, able to connect with Hurtado before Hurtado sends it back to the feet of Musser. Musser back and forth, gets it to Van Valkenburg. Looks like Musser was looking for the slip ball through to Hurtado, but that's get broken up. Now it's Lima trying to push forward. Musser on the defensive side, building in the opposite way. Hurtado kind of awkward there, gets kind of pushed up against the wall. It's going to be Weisberg to come out of it. A shove in the back. And I even have to take a second to kind of realize what I've seen there. Natalia Lima, a little bit too much on the back of Musser. It's going to get the blue card. And that's going to be a power play. So there you go. Summit City's going to have to play without a member for 2 minutes. Zoo City FC going to try to capitalize on this opportunity. Musser building forward, takes a shot on goal, and that gets blocked up. A lot of traffic in the box. Van Valkenburg trying to build from the back. She sends it forward to Kennedy. Unable to get there in time as Maurer kind of builds backwards. Falls to the feet of Baker before she passes it on to Musser once again. Musser with some good footwork. Getting past one, trying to get past another, and that's not going to work out. Van Valkenburg with a shot, and that's going to get caught up in traffic. And there, you heard it from the crowd. Brenna Musser gets a shot off, but it hits the corner before it hits the back of the net. Trying to grow that lead. Again, Kalamazoo up with one. 5-4 here, 11 minutes and 47 seconds into this third quarter here. Good footwork by Reyes. Now you got Summit City building. Really good pressure applied by Hurtado as she tries to kind of break up the ball from Weisgard. Almost connects with the back of the net. You kind of wish that Jessica Kennedy didn't really have her back towards the ball. Maybe could have had some type of connection there. Baker takes the deflection off the wall, trying to beat Baker at goal, but that's not going to work out. Building here is Musser. Musser sends it forward, trying to connect in the corner.
15 seconds here.
Still some back and forth as the power play runs out.
16. What time can I go in?
16 for
10:45. 7 seconds.
Baker collecting the ball. If you're Zoo City FC, you gotta make this count. And Natalia Lima steps right back onto the field. Hurtado with one-on-one here. Hurtado still trying to put in the work, trying to come out with the ball. Now Kennedy applying pressure. It's gonna make Summit City kind of regather themselves. Natalia Lima. Natalia, excuse me, I had to kind of figure out what went on there, but Natalia Lima kind of had the ball, but the whistle's going to get called on the 3-line rule again. You cannot clear the ball over 3 lines. It must bounce within the 3 lines in the middle of the field or touch a player before passing over the 3 lines. Bruns opts to go sideways, trying to get some assist off the wall. Going to fall all the way back to Baker. Baker now having a little bit of time here to try to set something up. Bruns gets it to Henke. Henke back to Baker. Baker feeds the middle as Natalie Bounds comes back into the game. Henke pushes forward. Emily Vargas trying to push forward as well. Was trying to connect with Hadaway, and that got broken up before anything dangerous could happen. Again, Summit City not really on their front foot here. I could be wrong as they build on the offensive side, try to beat Baker at the near post, but Baker making sure you can't get her there. Sending him forward was Baker. Takes a couple ricochets, still in the air, trying to see who can come out with control of the ball. Majda Haiti comes out with control, able to kind of clear it to Weisgard before Weisgard sends it back into the middle. Hadaway now. Right back to the feet of Summit City as they push forward. Now the ball kind of lonely on Summit City's side. Weisgard trying to figure out a point of attack here. Sends it all the way forward. Not really any supporting runs for that play there. So that's going to fizzle out for Baker to kind of create something. Henke now building for the back line of Zoo City FC. Sends it forward, and again, that one's also just going to fizzle out. Seems like the goalies are playing a little bit of touch pass. Summit City pushing forward. Sioux City trying to break it up. A shot on goal. It's going to get blocked by Baker. Baker on fire as she comes out with a block there. Sent in the opposite direction. More back and forth as the ball comes directly at me. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Sarah Bruns with the ball. Trying to get some fancy footwork behind it. Hadaway now. Trying to sneak it in, and not before it touches the back of the net. And there you go. It's going to kind of lead us into the next media timeout. Another break to catch your breath as the tempo picks up and picks up. That has been the major difference that I've noticed. A big, major change in tempo. But not just a change in tempo, a change in who's kind of running that tempo. Originally in that first and second quarter, Summit City really ruling that tempo, really controlling the game, and now switching over is Zoo City FC kind of showing their stuff, showing how they can control that game, how they can control that tempo, how they can continue to build from the back and continue to apply that pressure. So a lot to be, really you can't take your eyes off the screen, and that is just something that indoor soccer brings, right? It's just so fast-paced. It's 5-4. You still got 7 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter, and you still got a fourth quarter after this. So I really hope you got a snack with you. You got something to drink, because it only gets crazier from here. And just about now, Looks like we're coming out of the media break. Again, I can go on how I think this game will continue. Major players to highlight on both sides. Really, Baker from Zoo City FC, the goalie, really showing her stuff as Bounds is now one-on-one here, trying to control. She's doing her work, still breaking about as she gets it to Bruns. Bruns tries to connect with Hadaway, and that's going to bring out Wiseguard to scoop it up and take control. Hadaway applying all types of pressure. She takes a tumble, and there's no whistle call. They say continue play, continue play. Bruns now trying to clear. She will, as Bounce somehow gets her foot on the ball, gets it to Hadaway, and Hadaway is able to kind of connect once more. Playing in that corner. And there's a whistle call going against Zoo City FC. So again, not the call Zoo City wanted, but either way, it gives both teams an opportunity to take a breath. Ortega at the ball before she kind of shoves it into the corner. Reyes now from Summit City trying to make something happen. Wiseguard really controlling the movement. Reyes tries to get it in the back of the net and just gets unlucky there. It's going to touch the top of the net, get called out of bounds for Zoo City FC to regain possession. And a lot of players subbed in, subbed out. Anzaldua back on the field for Zoo City FC. Had one of the goals tonight as well. Really, really good pace on her goal. Van Valkenburg on the ball. More connections trying to be made. Some back and forth. They're trying to call for a head ball, and that goes in between the feet. Diane Hurtado with the goal. Hurtado, one of the youngest players on this team.
That's a Zoo City score for number 18, Diane Hurtado.
And you can feel the Zoo City bench come alive as Diane Hurtado scores a nice one. 6-4 in the third quarter. And you can hear from the Zoo City bench, do not lay off the gas pedal. They are taking this game by the horns. Natalia Lima trying to answer, gets met by two defenders. More back and forth. Baker with coming out with a save there as well. Baker with a nice save out of the air. Reyes from a shot from far away, but Baker had it covered just in case. Trying to regather her footing. Anzaldua sends it the opposite way. Hurtado pushing. Trying to get on the right side of the ball here. Weisberg now able to pass it off. Marisa Miranda doing some good defensive work there. Natalia Lima able to beat out Anzaldua. Nice diving stop there by Van Valkenburg. Set piece. Set piece for Summit City. Watch the Haiti trying to get past Diane Hurtado. She doesn't let it happen. Now Hurtado applying all types of pressure. Gets a little bit dangerous for Wiseman. Van Valkenburg kind of pushes it off the wall. Musser still pushing forward. And that's someone to watch on the field as well. Anzaldua still trying to get her time on the ball as well. Natalia Lima gets the turn around, but not before it's broken up by Van Valkenburg. Wiseguard now sends it, tries to connect with Lima once more. Lima trying to turn around, sends it to the top of the box. Well blocked. Maritza Miranda doing her stuff at the right place defensively there, able to get a stop. Credit her with a save. Reyes Going around on Zaldúa. Marisa Miranda has a connection to be made with Diane Hurtado, but that's get broken up. Wiseguard breaking up a play there, very important as a connection. Could have been costly if Hurtado would have connected with Miranda there. Baker scooping it up before Natalia Lima could get to it. Building the opposite way, now taking a breath is Summit City, gaining some possession points here as they go direct to Lima again. And that shot's over the Let's Play logo. Henke with the ball for Zoo City FC. Passes it off to Bruns. Bruns kind of pushes it all the way forward. No one able to connect at the end of that one there. Dangerous spot here to have Natalia Lima at the ball. She's trying to turn around and connect with someone one-on-one with Bruns before she passes it off. The shot was high, but it was the right idea from Summit City. Continuing to build as Wiseguard breaks that up. Henke now communicating with Baker, trying to figure out a way to get this cleared without danger. Bruns taking a dive, but able to clear. Bauer now pushing forward, full speed ahead. She almost gets tripped up, and then she'll take a dive as well. Bruns applying all types of pressure. Lima with the ball once more. And how many times have I said that so far? Lima with some stutter steps, trying to get around Henke. Henke doing her job. Good defensive play there by Henke. Trying to build forward is Kennedy with the ball. You can hear Rayburn, Mike Rayburn, head coach for Zoo City FC, telling Kennedy to push. Getting around, trying to build with someone at the top of the box, and no one was there for Emily Vargas. Maj Tahiti pushing forward into the corner on the flank of Zoo City, now building towards the middle. Unintentionally there, Maria Maurer broke up that pass.
Yeah, I've been there too.
More back and forth. They keep going for that middle area. Something Summit City continues to try to do. Really, really, really dangerous moments there for Sarah Bruns. She was really close to an empty net there with the ball. It gets a little bit dangerous, kind of in that own goal territory. Zoo City on the opposite side, trying to connect. Wiseguard comes out of goal and is able to come out with the ball. They got to blow the whistle as Wiseguard took the dive. As Wiseguard took the dive over Maurer. Couple of seconds here to kind of gather their thoughts. Both players coming down pretty hard. That's kind of what happens when you go in on a 50-50 ball with 100%. Wiseguard passes it out, comes back to her feet, trying to break it through. Kennedy able to break it up. Kennedy now trying to connect. She will. Shot on goal, but that's going to get blocked by Wiseguard. It was Van Valkenburg to get that shot on goal. Kennedy again now with some room. She's able to connect with Van Valkenburg once more. Gets broken up. Muster now connecting to Van Valkenburg, then over to Maurer. Scary moments as Wiseguard wasn't able to fully control that one. Muster and Maurer doing their defensive jobs. Very good work by Maurer there. Still building. Vokenberg with a nice turnaround here. She builds the opposite way. Not before Summit City could break that up. And there's the buzzard for the third quarter. Well, you only got one more to go after this. Kalamazoo up 6-4 over Summit City. What a crazy one. I mean, I told you at the beginning of this game, I mentioned there is no better game to tune into if you are just getting into indoor soccer. And you're seeing why. I mean, the pace, the movement, the connection, all high level. And it just keeps you looking at that screen. I also want to remind you all, don't miss our Women of the Match, proudly sponsored by Milestone Senior Services. Catch the full spotlight on our social channels. So if you want to go ahead and follow Zoo City FC on Instagram and TikTok, it's going to be at Zoo City FC on both of those platforms. Again, stay updated, stay connected, stay within the zoo. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the rest of the season is looking bright. I mean, I was able to talk to all of the players on Zoo City FC, and they all mentioned their goals for the season is to just win. They want to come out on top. They are hungry for the W. Something really, really nice you know about all these players is that they, even if they take some of those losses, they continue moving forward. It's that short-term memory I always really admire in athletes. It's you make that mistake, you realize it, you accept it, and you move on, and you continue pushing for greatness. That is something that Zoo City FC does very well here. Summit City, again, really answering to all the calls. They were coming out on top that first quarter, kind of lost a little bit of their footing in that second quarter when Zoo City FC regained that lead. But, I mean, it's toe-and-toe here in the third, and now excited to see how the fourth plays out. You got about a minute to go grab some water, grab another snack. I can promise you this last quarter is going to be wild. Well, there you go. The 2-minute break didn't take long. Here it is, the fourth quarter, the final quarter in the season opener for Zoo City FC against Summit City. And it's not going to get any less physical. You had the usual switch of sides. And a change in goal for Zoo City FC as Jordan Hartman steps into goal for Zoo City. Hurtado with the ball for Zoo City. And that gets broken up, but not for long, as Musser gets her steps in a little bit. Hurtado with another opportunity. That's going to go out. Zoo City ball. And I do want to do a small correction. You know, I think I've been saying Wiseguard, and I want to thank everybody in the comments. It is Wiseguard at goal for Summit City. Always doing my best to try to get these name pronunciations correct, so thank you very much for that correction. More pushing from Zoo City. Kennedy almost found a pocket. Hurtado with a shot, and it's going to be at the Let's Play logo. Musser was building forward to Mauer. You can hear it from the bench. You gotta apply that pressure. It's been working out for Zoo City the more they apply that pressure. Natalia Lima out trying to get around. And a card is gonna come out. It's gonna be a blue card on Jalen Van Valkenburg for a reckless tackle. Something Zoo City FC did not see coming. They're gonna have to play a person down here and survive this power play to maintain the 6-4 lead. Really good movement by Hartman. Pushing forward, Marisa Miranda trying to connect. And that's gonna get broken up. Lima with some movement, connection at the top of the box. And that's gonna go out, Zoo City FC ball. Some dangerous moments for Zoo City FC as they play a person down after the blue card on Van Valkenburg. Still playing a person down. Sweisgaard
11:53.
gets it out to the middle of the field here. Good job by Miranda to break that up, but it still gets to the feet of Lima. And it looks like some more back and forth in the flank. Really, really harsh press here by Sweisgaard. Hartman able to get her hands onto it, pushes it all the way types of forward. Just trying to get some space between the ball and the goal. Sweisgaard way out of goal here, very confident.
Hey, is she going on or is she going? You want it on? Yes, okay.
Summit City trying to make something happen out of this power play as the time dwindles out for them to be over a player. Good pressure applied defensively as it comes back to the hands of Hartman. She tries to send it all the way forward.
Go. 11:57.
Austin is the security player, always lurking in the back for Summit City. And just like that, the power play is over. Diana Hurtado on the field to take up that missing spot for Zoo City FC. And you know the power that she brings. Again, one of the youngest player on the Zoo City side. And she, I believe, has 2 goals on the night. So someone that Summit City is definitely circling, underlining, trying to read. More movement and some frustration from Hurtado. Opportunities for Zoo City. Valkenburg back onto the field as well. Again, she was the player that received the blue card earlier. Van Valkenburg off to Musser. Back and forth now, gets to the feet of Bounds. Bounds with a shot. And that's going to be off the Let's Play logo. Musser trying to build. That gets broken up pretty quickly. Some more back and forth connection almost to be had at the top of the box. But Brenna Musser is going to get there in time to break that up. Marisa Miranda connecting with Diana Hurtado. Hurtado, 1v2, gets a shot off. Almost. And not in the back of the net. How did that not find a home? Well, if you ever want to thank your lucky stars, Summit City has got to do it now because I do not know how that did not find the back of the net. like Jessica Kennedy is going to take the ball here.
26. Yep.
Has an opportunity for a set piece here. Again, they practice this a lot in practice, so this time it's not going to work out just the way they drew it up. Hartman at the back line, sends it forward, trying to connect. Hurtado is there, everyone's there. Kennedy now running after the ball. She gets physical, able to take it over, takes a shot and unable to beat. Unable to beat her at goal there. Sweisgard coming out on top.
Nobody's in danger for a half.
Continue to play on. Summit City trying to answer all the questions. Van Valkenburg gets it over to Maurer. Maurer now to Kennedy. Kennedy still applying some pressure. Van Valkenburg now. Shot on the board there, and that's not going to go in. I had to take a kind of second to pause because I thought Hurtado was going to get the ricochet. And if any player is going to be at the right time in the right space, it's going to be Hurtado, really quick on her feet. Really strong player defensively and offensively. Switch on the ball very well here for Zoo City FC. Hurtado going 1v1 here. Some footwork. Still trying to find a gap. Gets it off to Kennedy. Kennedy now trying to find a pathway. Hurtado now finding some room. Gets the deflection off into the net, and that's going to give possession to Zoo City FC.
Go, go, go.
A shot from all the way in the back and actually almost makes connection with one of the officials. Maurer shoves it off to Kennedy. Kennedy to Hurtado. Hurtado back to Maurer. Maurer from all the way back. Where? Bruns now building in the back. Kennedy gets a connection and then almost connected with Maria Maurer, but she doesn't get the touch she wanted. Van Valkenburg turns around quick and still unable to get it in the back of the net. And that's going to be a call on Sweisgard. Sweisgard brought it back into the box, which she cannot do. Kennedy opts to go to Bruns. Bruns takes a shot off low. Doesn't work out, but Hartman is going to try to clean it up and create a new opportunity for Zoo City now. Off the wall, Hurtado's there. Still building. Hartman now brings it all the way back over again. Hurtado using her body to break up any type of passes that Summit City can try to connect to. Kennedy on the ball. You know she's going to apply pressure. Almost a good connection between two. Still falls to the feet of Kennedy. I don't know how she came out on top with that one. And another foul call. It's going to give possession back to the Zoo. And that's going to be a quick into the game and then out into the net. And if you can see it on the camera, the ball got stuck at the top of the plexiglass, between the plexiglass and the net.
On you guys. Okay, how many on that? 4.
Still sitting at 6-4.
Unless
Kalamazoo sitting at 6. Fort Wayne sitting at 4.
okay, then it's 4-2. 4-2. Okay.
4 fouls on the Summit City side and 2 on the Kalamazoo side. So something that they're working with on both sides. You got to keep an eye on that. You don't want to get too high of numbers as we come into this timeout here.
Oh, yeah.
You got some time to build up. Think of some plan of attack. Really, right now, Summit City has got to figure out how to build up a little bit cleaner. It looks right now, Zoo City found the answers to kind of breaking up those passes, breaking up that momentum, and now they're carrying that tempo. So if they can continue to kind of knock on that door, if Zoo City can continue on that front foot that they already have, that lead that they already have, they just got to clean up a couple things. Looking positive again, positives on both sides, negatives also on both sides. And that's just the way in the nature of the game. You can be up by 3 goals and still you're not sitting comfortable. I've heard some coaches say you want to be sitting up 10 goals in this indoor soccer league game. I mean, you want to be sitting up so comfortably that you don't even have to think about the other team catching up. So I can bet you right now that Zoo City FC is playing like they're down a goal to keep it competitive. Some really good goals. In case you missed them, scroll back. It's very hard for me to kind of retell them because, I mean, we'll go over it at the end of the game. Just beautiful goals back and forth all the way around. More movement here by Summit. Really good connections back and forth. Trying to get in the back of the net. It's Baker back in goal for Zoo City FC. She played first, second, and now she played first and second quarter, third quarter. And then you've seen Hartman kind of play majority in this second half as Baker steps right back in. Van Valkenburg takes a shot, and it's just a little high, a little wide. Summit City trying to build. They're going to call the foul. They call the foul on Emily Vargas. Didn't get enough ball there for the officials. Summit City trying to turn. They will. Emily Myers doing her job for Summit. Bounce, calling for the ball once more. Gets stripped away from Hadaway. Not before Bounce can get right back on it. Hadaway back on the ball. Trying to make a defensive possession here. Baker gets one-on-one with Nima. Baker comes out on top. Baker with a nice save. And let me tell you, every time Baker is in goal, her job has not been easy, but she has been coming out on top. And that is just really a replay of what you've seen for the majority of that second quarter, is Baker making those type of saves. Bruns pushing forward for Zoo City, trying to make a quick 1-2 pass. Bruns now trying to get an assist off the wall. Lima trying to turn on Henke. She will. Gets it to Summer. And a little bit of connection between Emily Vargas and Summer there as she kind of dove forward. Watch the 80. Then some more connections and in the back of the net. 6-5 as Fort Wayne gets another in the back of the net.
Fort Wayne goal for number 4, Jennifer Reyes. For number 21, Layla Mojahidi. 4:45. Fourth.
It was number 4, Jen Reyes, to get the goal for Fort Wayne. Pushing forward. It was Brenna Musser before she passes it off. Hanzaldua up in the flank, trying to get one-on-one here. You're hearing it from the bench. You got to continue the pressure. Maritza Miranda pushing back. That's going to touch the top of the net. It's going to be Zoo City FC ball. Baker looking for a connection. She'll go close. Natalia Lima chasing after the ball. Marisa Miranda now. Couple of juggles before she pushes it forward. And then Sweisgard able to scoop it up and collect it before going short. More connections between both sides here. Can't really tell you who's carrying momentum at this point. A lot of back and forth. Brenda Musser kind of scoping out the field. Jalen Van Valkenburg now passes it off to Hanzaldua. Miranda with the ball on the flank, trying to figure out some plan of attack. Gets it off to Musser. Musser off the wall and into the hands of Sweisgard. That play has been a play that Summit City has been connecting nonstop. It's the long ball to Natalia Lima, in which Summit City continues to commit to. And it's been working out a couple times. Again, they continue to try to knock on that door, continue to try to break down the scoreboard. Hurtado building the opposite way. Hanzaldua in the corner. Hurtado again. Hanzaldua trying to connect, leaves it off to Miranda. Nothing yet. More back and forth off the wall. And it lands to the feet of Natalia Lima as she leaves it off. Gives it to Ortega. Ortega at the ball. And a whistle call. Everybody take a breath. It's just been back, forth, as a blue card gets raised. A blue card gets taken out now. Brenna Musser's going to be off the field. Zoo City going to have to stay strong here. Only 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. That's going to lead us into another timeout here.
That's Summit timeout? Is that Summit timeout?
Yes.
Once again, I remind you, don't miss our Women of the Match, proudly sponsored by Milestone Senior Services. Catch the full spotlight on our social channels. Follow us at Zoo City FC on Instagram, Instagram, TikTok as well. Keep yourself updated because this team is not going anywhere. They just get stronger and stronger. I mentioned earlier how this is only their second season here, a part of the Women's Major League Indoor Soccer kind of foundation here. And again, they're playing like they have been a founding team. Like they already have all the knowledge. A lot of the team actually is from Zoo City FC, is only in their first year a part of the team. So playing with a lot of new players like Morgan Hadaway, Natalie Bounds, Nikki Page is new. Even Baker, who they put a lot of trust in at goal. It's her first year, first season at that with Zoo City FC. And it just goes to show kind of the connection that the team has. Again, I think I was talking with Jessica Kennedy about the differences between last season and this season. Again, she mentioned how it just feels like they have a little bit more of a grasp and they know what they're doing a little bit more, right? Again, it can be kind of new, kind of scary coming into the league as you have a one-on-one opportunity with Baker and Maj Tahiti here. Maj Tahiti, Baker, all set. You hear the drum, the whistle. One-on-one. And she gets it in the back of the net. It's all tied up 6-6. Kalamazoo, Fort Wayne Could it get any more? I mean, could it get any more dramatic than
By
this?
number 21, Layla Mojtahedi.
Mojtahedi
Score, 2 minutes,
coming out with a
49
goal
seconds
when
to play.
Summit City needed it the most. If you are a Summit City fan, you gotta get excited for that one. You gotta tip your hat on any side that you're on, because that was just a beautifully played one-on-one goal there. Sioux City trying to come up with an answer for the tie. Summit City trying to come back after that 9-2 loss against Chicago. It's going to be Sarah Bruns at the ball. She sends it in. Almost touches the back of the net, but not before Sweisgard can get there. Dangerous moments for Summit City. Lima now on the opposing side. Turns around. Baker with a dive. Either way, it was wide. Beating out players on both sides. Hurtado now at the ball, trying to push forward. Hurtado covered by two. Lina Thomas is on Hurtado as well. Jen Reyes also helps out to break up that attack. Natalia Lima a little bit lonesome. Sarah Bruns now on the defensive side. Still trying to connect. And able to clear was Maria Maurer. You have 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Sioux City FC at 6. Fort Wayne at 6. And a goal in the back of the net with 1 minute and 38 seconds left. There you go, Summit City. It was off the assist from Natalia Lima.
Fort Wayne assist for number 9, Natalia Lima. Goal scored by number 12, Lena Thomas.
Lena Thomas, number 12. On Summit City, off the assist from Natalia Lima. It doesn't get any better than that. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to respond. Sioux City, what is your answer? A competitive game. Kennedy's back on the field for Sioux City FC. And the whole bench is calling for a handball there. The officials disagree. Pushing on the opposite side. Sioux City trying to come up with something special. 1 minute left. Sioux City FC with 6. Summits with 7. Can there be an answer? The time starts to dwindle out. Diana Hurtado trying to connect at the top of the box with bounds. Still nothing. Touches the top of the net. Off of Musser. And there's one thing for certain. You are going to see pressure. 30 seconds on the clock. Sioux City trying to come out on top. Full pressure here. More movement. A question to where the pressure from Sioux City is as they try to get a final last-second goal. Still trying to build. Weisgard doing a really good job of getting some time. Baker sends it forward, gets broken up by Lena Thomas. Now you got some movement forward before the final whistle blows here at Let's Play Soccer in Portage, Michigan. Your final score
Your final score
is 6-7.
Sioux City FC 6. And the visiting Fort Wayne Summit City Sentinels 7. Thank you so much. Thanks for going and have a safe drive home.
In case you heard it there from Tanner White, Sioux City FC coming out with 6, and then Fort Wayne Summit City coming out with 7. It was a thriller to the fourth quarter. You didn't know who had it. You didn't know who was going to take it back and forth, back and forth. I mean, there's just so much to be said. A lot of positives on both sides, and it just goes to show just what to expect from this Zoo City side. Did not let up, did not give up until that final whistle call. You see Brenna Musser trying to push in those final seconds, and then the buzzer just beat her to it. Again, hats off to Summit City coming out on top. They led in that first quarter, kind of lost it in that second quarter, was in a back and forth in the third, and then cleaned it up in that fourth quarter. Very, very well played games from both sides tonight. Summit City coming out on top by just one. You gotta thank everybody on that Summit City side. Natalia Lima had 2, I believe. And then much to Haiti, really, really good job from Summit City as well. Hats off to Zoo City. Again, their first game for the season. You got a lot to look for, so stay tuned. Don't forget to follow them on all social media platforms. Stay connected, stay involved. This Zoo City FC team, something about them, they are going to come back from this one. They're going to want it 100 times more. Once again, I am Maya Pasillas, coming to you live from Soccer Zone in Portage, Michigan. Thank you guys so much for watching and staying in tune here. We'll see you guys for the next one.